to Deaf and Dumb. I'm Dan.
And I'm Dudley.
And that's all my voice has.
And you're done.
And done.
Episode over. I will carry the rest of it now.
Yes,
Goodbye,
please.
Daniel.
Yeah, my voice is pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's been bad all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I've been surviving. But so the audience will just bear with me while I try to talk.
Yeah.
It's gonna get bad. This is as high a range as I can go.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty rough. We just got back.
Yeah, literally,
Literally, I sat down. I got here, slapped down a mixer, plugged everything in, and turned it on, made sure everything was working, and then walked back over to the house and was literally about to call you and be like, "Where are you at?" And then you pulled in.
Yeah.
And then we started doing the show.
Yeah, I just got here 2 minutes ago. Don't even have my computer here for notes or anything. I'm just winging it.
Yeah, it's what, midnight?
It is after midnight.
After midnight. So this episode will go live very shortly.
Not too far off. And now I can't hear myself. I've just lost audio.
I'm sorry, I bumped it.
Yeah. Anyway.
So we're back from PAX. This is our regular episode.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's been a fun weekend.
Yes, it has. It has indeed.
Tiring. It's a long
Yeah.
drive. Even though it's in Texas, I don't know if people understand this. Just because you're in the same state as something
Doesn't mean you're close.
doesn't mean you're close.
If you're in Texas, it's not close.
Yeah. It's still a 5-hour drive for us to get to San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
But it's worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I was telling Jesse on the way back. It's we were talking about maybe in the future we'll go to PAX Unplugged.
Mm-hmm.
It'd only be 4 times this drive,
and
which is not that many.
Which and her response was,
she's like, mm-hmm. She didn't shoot it down, but she
didn't say.
She didn't say yes, but she did not shoot it down.
It's quite a drive.
It's quite a drive.
20 hours.
Well, it wasn't bad for her. She, got to lay back, and I did all the driving. But yeah.
Sky and I were driving back, and we jammed out. She shared I shared her some music. She shared me some music. It was a good time.
I was listening to music on the last part of the trip because
Yeah.
Jess had fallen asleep.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to play music just into my ears.
Yeah.
And,
there you go. Because we're
playing, and I'm looking through. I was like, I gotta update my music.
Yeah.
And I don't listen to any of the stuff that's on my phone. I'm like, I don't listen to this. It's stuff, your old stuff. I'm like, I don't listen to most of this. So I just need to get rid of it.
Yeah, you should.
Go through it all, streamline it, add new stuff that I listen to that is not on there.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was a good weekend.
It was an awesome week.
It was really good.
I'm very tired. I'm very grateful that I don't have to work tomorrow or today, as it is.
Yeah.
And
Jess was giving me a hard time because she was listening to part of the episode we did for the special on the way back, and says y'all talk about when this episode goes out a lot on the show.
Yeah, we do. I don't know why that is.
I know why.
Why?
Because we make a big deal about Good Morning and all that stuff when no one, I'm sure, is listening to it when this comes out.
This is true. I mean,
very rarely.
I seriously doubt there are that many people who just jump on it as soon as it airs. I mean, I'm sure there are. I'm sure you could look at the numbers.
I could.
But I don't. I need to know that.
It's random, it seems to me, when people listen to it. I haven't quite pinpointed.
Yeah.
Give us another 5 years, we'll have enough data points to know
we'll figure it out
when people listen to our show.
I don't know. It's just for us. We usually record it the evening, night before.
Mm-hmm. This is the latest we've done it in a while.
We have done it late before, but this is the latest one. But, we have been traveling.
Uh-huh. Probably These episodes
after
PAX are the tiredest episodes we do.
Yes, we're always exhausted.
We're always exhausted. We're always
I'm actually not right now.
I had coffee.
Yeah, I am hopped up on 2 really large chai iced coffees. Thai iced coffees, which are my favorite thing. I love them.
That was 5 hours ago.
I know. I drank a big one. I drank one big one, and then I drank half of another and poured the rest, and it filled up a full 12-ounce cup. And I drank on it on the way back. So I'm like hopped up on caffeine, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
Other than my voice being completely gone.
Yeah, we stopped at a gas station about halfway, and I got a coffee because I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna need a little
coffee."
Yeah, I don't drink a lot of caffeine anymore.
Yeah.
So
it goes a long way.
Yeah, 1 cup of coffee with caffeine in it because I drink decaf now, and 1 coffee will get me going pretty good. I'm like, all right, I'm good. So I was like, got back here. I'm like, okay, let's do the show.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm always filled with sadness leaving PAX.
Yeah.
Well, one, I have a 5-hour drive ahead of me, and that's never fun. And so, most of it's at night. And but also just leaving PAX.
Yeah.
It's like I get so much joy. I get seeing people similar to ourselves that are enjoying similar things that we enjoy, have similar hobbies, and it's a lot of fun. I remember the first year we went, I was overwhelmed because I'm not, I had only been to a couple of conventions maybe at that point, so I wasn't quite used to I've only been around crowds a few times, and I wasn't quite used to it. I was overwhelmed by it. Just the sheer amount of stuff to see.
Yeah.
And just the amount of people.
Yeah.
And this year, it didn't really faze me at all. I've become used to it.
Yeah, well, this is our 4th one. So.
Yeah, I wandered around the floor. I knew exactly where everything was. I had it was familiar. The amount of people around didn't bother me. And Sky was talking about it because she really doesn't have a lot of experience with that kind of thing. And so she was a little overwhelmed.
Just the same way,
yeah. She said, I'm just not used to being around this many people. And so she was like, by the end of it, she was like, it's emotionally a little, mentally
exhausting.
Exhausted by it. And I said, I don't even notice it as much anymore.
No.
I feel it a little bit. But
my feet hurt more than anything.
Yeah, my knee hurts. But just from the walking.
Yeah, the crowd not as bad anymore. But it always still strikes me as like by the 3rd day I'm like, I miss so much.
I know.
I'm sure there's so much more I could have done, but I had a great time. I didn't feel like I wasted any time, but it was just like...
There's so much to see.
I'm sure there was something I didn't do.
And there's so many games, and you get in that Predator confusion thing where it's just like, you have so many options, you don't even know what you just can't decide what to pick.
Yeah.
And so, it's just a wonderful way. If you've never been to a PAX... And there are lots of conventions out there. There's lots of game conventions, like Comic-Cons and stuff. And Comic-Con, I was talking about this earlier, and I'm not knocking Comic-Cons. I've been to them; they're fun. Yeah, but I don't get the same feeling out of PAX that I get.
No.
At Comic-Cons, I kind of see one. It feels like they cram tons of people into that space.
There's the difference. Comic-Con is pop culture.
Yeah.
It's all of pop culture.
Yeah, it could be anything. It's a broad range.
It's used broad strokes.
Yeah.
It used to be for comic book artists and writers to come and share their art and with their fans and stuff. And it's just grown exponentially to the point where...
include anything from television to films
movies
to everything.
Any and everything you can think
of.
So
it's so broad. And then, like I said, it feels like they cram hundreds of thousands of people into this small space. So you're constantly, like, huddled up. Every time I'm at a Comic-Con, I'm just, like, squeezing through people.
Yeah.
And I don't feel the connection, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel the common thread.
Yeah.
But if you're a gamer and you go to PAX, there's just something special. One, it's just the general tone is different.
Yeah.
PAX people are cool people. They're really nice people. They're all really cool. They're always... I'm always fascinated watching them interact with each other. How kind they are. How helpful they are. They're like, you're helping people to, find stuff. Helping them, talking to just random people. And it's just a really great experience. And I don't really feel that at some of those other conventions.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just because we're all kind of unified by similar hobbies. and then
we're all in the same cult.
Yeah, exactly. And there's this kind of, I don't know, it's just a really positive experience, and it's just, I mean, yeah, there's going to be people who are going to be dicks or whatever.
Yeah.
But overall, it's just a really excellent thing to do, and I love it. And I wish I could go to more of them. I wish I could afford to travel and do all that stuff. But it's just a great experience, and I really think everyone who, if you're into board games, you're into video games, anything like that, you really should go to a PAX.
Yeah.
Because it's just nothing quite like it. And it's just fantastic. And
yeah.
I like, we've gone to PAX South every year since it started.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird to me to think about. It's like, eventually we're probably going to skip a few. And it kind of hurts to think about it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know.
It's there's going to come a time where we're not going to go one year.
Yeah.
I don't know when that's going to be.
Yeah.
I had brought up the possibility of going to PAX Unplugged, because I would love to go to that one.
I would too. I would like to go to another one just to
compare.
To compare and to just travel more.
I think Australia would be the most similar. Vast land.
The
travel distance is big.
It's extensive. I mean, what is that? 13-hour flight or something?
It's longer than that. I have no idea. It's long.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to go to Australia.
I
would
too.
Melbourne. And,
I'd do it.
Yeah, but I don't know when that'll happen.
Who knows?
But PAX. I would go to any PAX.
Yes.
But yeah, Australia would be awesome. But it's just kind of, it's so far away. It's such a long trip. It's an expensive, more kind of pricey trip. So it's kind of far down the list. But
I think if I had to pick,
I would love to go to PAX West, which is
yeah.
originally PAX Prime,
the Mecca.
The Mecca one. And then I would love to go to Unplugged just because it's a slightly different format. It's focused on not on video games, but on tabletop and board games,
which
card
is
games.
the big thing we go for it, too.
Yeah, I was explaining to somebody at the convention, is like, it's a great way to demo board game. It's really hard to demo board games if you don't have a good
game shop.
To go.
Yeah, if you don't have a game shop in your area that has.
It's a great place to just look at stuff and then just try it.
Yeah.
And it's just wander around and get demos and without having to go and buy it or find someone who owns it. And so we spend a lot of time in the board game area just because that's something that's easier. It gets that we can get a lot out of, and that something we can't really access all the time.
I did another Keyforge sealed deck today.
Yes, you did.
Did slightly better.
Uh-huh.
I got a really kick-ass deck.
Oh yeah, you didn't. Did you ever tell me what it was?
Yeah, let me pull it up. I can give you the exact name.
Yeah.
But anyway, I played in the tournament, and it was a sealed deck again. And the first guy I played, I thought I had him.
Yeah.
But I had a really badass card, and I can't remember the name right now. I can't remember it. Oh, Pit something. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm sorry. My brain is kind of busted right now. But anyway, the name of it was Hitman. Oh, I lost it. It had it on the page and it disappeared. Hitman, and then the name, and I can't remember the name of it now. But we're a wealth of information. I don't have my laptop. I didn't take notes for this episode because I was just like, let's just do it. But anyway, I got a new deck. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think. Once I get a little bit better handle of it, it's solid. I lost the first game, and then I won. Well, the second game, Jess was in the tournament. Yeah. She lost her first game, played against me, lost against me. Mostly time ran out, and I had one more key, or I had 2 key more than she did. And then the last 2 people we were supposed to play had left. Yeah. So we default 1.
Well, that's nice.
So I won 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And
if you want to call that a win.
It's kind of cheesy. But the guy I was supposed to play was like, I want to have a cigarette, so bye, you won. I'm like, okay.
All right, cool.
All
I thought about playing another shield deck. I really wanted to, but then I was like, there was other stuff I wanted to do, and then because I just didn't really want to commit a whole 2 hours or so to play.
Yeah.
But I did buy another deck, which I talked about yesterday. And then I finally got to sit down with Sky and play some Keyforge.
Yeah.
She'd watched you play with Jess and us play, I think, but she hadn't actually played it herself. And she has a deck. Wait, I got her one. And so we sat down to play it. And I felt bad because I don't know if I was just tired from the convention or what, and obviously I've been sick. So I did
You're setting up a lot of excuses there.
I did a pretty poor job of explaining some of the rules, and so she didn't do very well the 2 games we played, but she picked it up fairly quickly. But I didn't explain the action very well with the creatures, and so she missed some stuff that she was supposed to be doing or could be doing.
Yeah, like reap.
Like reaping.
which is kind of a big source of amber to win the game.
I felt terrible. I apologized to her. I was like, I'm sorry. I did not do a very good job. She was cool about it, but she was getting into it. She likes it. I offered to get her another deck, but she said she wanted to play more with this one and get this one down really good. And it's a solid deck. She has that...
yeah, go ahead.
I went blank on what it's called.
It's a solid deck. I don't remember.
Z that thunders at the orbit. I forget its name. That's the one she has.
Oh, that's a pretty badass
Z,
name.
it's got that neutral pronoun. Z that thunders at the orbit.
That's good.
I played the Friar against her the first time. With the Friar's a good deck. It's a solid deck. And then I felt bad using it because it was my good one. And then I went to my other one, which I've forgotten his name. It's a good one. It's a good name, but it's 2/4 of the deck is really good. The Mars part of the deck, the cards are really good themselves. They're good cards, but there's nothing to support them.
Yeah, we talked about that in the past episode.
Yeah. They all rely on creatures, and it has 3 Mars creatures, and so it just does not work. And so I pretty much just ignore those cards and play everything else, and it still holds up all right.
The name of my deck was Hitman Havila Arcchild.
Arcchild, that's right.
Hitman Havila Arcchild. Pretty solid name. Really solid deck. And I really enjoy. I had this massive spread of creatures that were comboing off each other every round, so I was building up. I had an engine going, basically, just like, okay, if I just keep doing this, I'll keep producing. And I had cards that kept my opponent from playing more than 2 cards around, and anytime you put out something, I would kill it, and then heal the damage with another creature. Had the ability to heal.
Yeah,
so many
trolls.
points.
You had trolls.
Maybe I don't remember.
In the Brobnar.
No, these were discs because I had a card that only Pit Lord. This is called. Pit Lord is a really badass card, but you can only once it's in play, you can only use disc card as long as he's in play. So I had to use disc as long as he was alive.
Really?
And when I messed up was what cost me the game.
That's interesting.
Yeah, which is fine. I had 4 or 5 disc cards on the table, so I could just keep using them, and I kept him at bay where he couldn't ever fight me. Yeah. So he couldn't do anything to me, and I would just kill his creatures. But what I messed up was I was like, okay, I'm gonna kill him at some point, so I had a whole hand of Logos.
Yeah.
And so I was like, at some point I got to kill him and start playing other ones.
Yeah.
Well, I killed the wrong creature because I wasn't paying attention, and so I couldn't play disc the next round, and the guy, 2 round, bam, bam, got 2 keys.
Oh, wow.
And because he just built it up. He had he figured out what I was doing and just went completely, he didn't put creatures out, and he just played stuff he played it really well.
Yeah.
I think he was undefeated up to before I left, because I had finished my game, so I was done. It was fun.
Sky's deck. I think one of your decks had this, but Sky. There's a Brobnar card, a creature called Troll, and they're really powerful because they have an 8 power. They start with an 8 power, which is 8 health and 8 strength, which will kill most anything. But it also has the ability when it reaps, it heals itself 3 hit points.
Okay, yeah.
So it's really powerful, and it has a way to heal itself, so it stays alive.
So it fights one round, heals the next
Her
round.
deck has 3 of them.
Ooh.
So at one point she had all 3 of them out.
Yeah.
And she just started murdering everything.
Yeah.
I went from 10 cards, 10 creatures on the table to 2. And I was like, oh shit, I just burned up all my stuff. I still won because I did a poor job of educating her on how to play. So, but she really enjoyed it.
That's a good way to stack the deck.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's how I win now. I just don't teach people how to really play.
Jess, finally, this will be, she had played once before, and then she played the tournament, so she played 2 games in the tournament.
Yeah.
And
did she enjoy the tournament?
She did.
That's good.
She now likes the game. She didn't. I don't think she cared for it the first time she played.
Yeah.
She was like, it's not Destiny.
Yeah. It doesn't have some of the charm of Destiny, but it is.
It doesn't have the dice roll.
It doesn't have the dice roll, which is what I call the charm.
But she liked the tournament. She had fun with that, and then we played another game, just the 2 of us later. And I played with the pirate who grapples with Shackles. And she played her deck, and she beat the crap out of me. And because she gets good. She still has a few hang-ups here and there. But she's really good at picking up the rules most of the time, and every once just a few of them she gets hung up on. But other than that, she's really, really good at it. But she had a great time, and she'd never gone to a convention like this where, she'd never done anything like this. She said, before I met you, I never would have done anything like this. And so she had a blast, I think.
I'm glad she had a good time. Sky had a really good time. She had never been to a convention or anything like this before. And so she enjoyed it. She was a fun experience for her. And she liked playing the game. We played some more Azul.
Azul.
It was me, Sky, our cousin Cusley, and her friend Lauren. We played. The 4 of us played. We played 2 rounds. The first one, I beat them.
Well, you knew how to play.
I knew how to play, so I had a slight advantage. But they picked it up pretty good. They started noticing some of the strategy, and it was a lot of fun. We all had a good time. We all got to talking, and her friend's from Canada, so she came down, and so we had a lot of cool stuff to talk about. And that game is beautiful. It's a really
nice game. I'm tempted to get it.
It's easy to teach, and it's pretty to look at, and it's
got the tile.
It's got the tile
feelings.
pieces. Yeah, it's got the tile pieces, which is nice, and then it's also just it's simple to teach, but it's got some strategy to it, and we had a lot of fun playing it. Cusley beat us really badly on the second round.
That seemed like something she would be like, okay, she gets it and just bam, beats it.
The other 3 of us all were pretty even. I ended up in second place. I beat poor Sky was last, but she was only 10 points behind the rest of us. And then Lauren had 77, I had 78, so I was 1 point ahead of her. And then Ashley was 90 something. And she was 15, 20 points out. And so she was very happy.
I would like to play that again as 4-player, because with 2, I could kind of look at what you needed, and I could kind of mess you up. Watching 3 other people,
it's kind of like dominoes, in that you can't directly affect some people across the table without helping someone else do it. But what you do is you can affect the person who comes right after you by forcing them to pick certain things, or looking at what they have and then picking the things that they want. It's harder to interact across the table. But it's good. You just really the only thing it changes is you have more there are things called factories. They're where the tiles get laid, and that's where you're drawing them from. You just have more of those. And but it's good. We got down where we were filling out, like we were all kind of dragging out the game, trying to edge out some more points.
Yeah, not trying to get that fifth row.
Yeah, trying not to finish the fifth the fifth column in a row, so that it wouldn't end the game. And so we were kind of running out of tiles. Like we went to draw, and one of the factories ended up with only 2 tiles because we didn't have enough.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay. And then at that point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end this right now. And I thought I could win, and I was wrong. But it's just a great game.
Yeah.
It's real casual almost. It's not aggressive. You can be aggressive, but it's not overly.
And one of the things I want to talk about with PAX is, and this is something they've been doing since, at least from PAX South from the first one, is the Arcadia.
Yes.
So the thing with Arcadia, if you don't know, is they have little stations all over the convention center, and that you can go up and scan your badge.
Yeah.
And you register.
The PAX XP.
Yeah, PAX XP, and it's basically a little story, and every time you scan a thing, you get another piece of the story.
Yeah.
This year, they change slightly every year just to how it works, but this year they seem to really streamline it.
Yeah.
Because there was 2 groups. There was the Arcadia, which is there are 9 of them little stations, and you scan all those to get all the pieces in. And then once you do that, you can get a prize.
Yeah.
So last year, it was a fidget spinner. The year before that, I don't remember what it was. It was
like
a
little flashlight on
one year. I think the first year I did it was a flashlight, a little bullet flashlight that stopped working as soon as I left.
Yeah,
but then the next time
was kind of whatever things.
Yeah, the next one it was a fidget spinner, which wasn't bad. I still have it. It's just by my bed. I play with it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But this year, I was like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
hadn't heard, but. Today, I was like, I'm going to go finish it up. Me and Jess spent time walking around and finding all the last ones we hadn't done. And we went to... they were a little more helpful this year. They had a little station you could check your progress, which was nice. You could tell which ones you were missing.
Yeah, they give you kind of a hint of where some of the where you're looking on.
Yeah, and then we went to once you collect the prize, we did it and we collect the prize, and I was surprised. It was actually a good prize.
It's really nice.
It's
something I already had.
Yeah, but I did not.
Yeah.
It's something I wanted but did not have. Yeah, they actually gave us. You get a coffee mug, a PAX South orange with Texas.
The Polygon Texas on it. It's from like the first year I think.
First
year I think in 2015 I think is when I bought mine.
Yeah,
and I've had that coffee. I drink out of that coffee cup all the time.
Now I have one. Jess has one.
I
so
saw
we have
that.
2 of them.
I saw that. I'm like, I would like another one.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and checked, and I only needed 2 more. I'd gotten all of them. And she gave me 2 hints, and I was like, I know exactly where they are. One was really far away down the hallway, so I had to walk all the way the length of the whole convention center to get to this one that I had passed before, but it had been down at the time, so I couldn't scan it. So
Was it the second one?
The second one?
Was it at the bottom, all the way to the right?
It was by the little Starbucks area.
Yeah. That one was the one I was missing.
Yeah, and so I got that one. I kind of hustled all the way across, and then I came back and then went up 2 flights of escalators because I thought I knew where the other one was based on a hint. I knew it was on the 3rd level. Well, I went up there and I saw a station outside the True Dungeon area, and I scanned it, not realizing
it was a trophy.
It was
the second group of scan.
Yeah, it was the other scanning thing, and I got them backwards. And I walk over there and I walk up there and had her check again. She's like, "No, you're still missing that one." She said, "It's not the one in True Dungeon. It's hiding in a corner." And I'm like, and I went and I thought, "Oh, I think I know where it is." And I go back upstairs and go all the way to the other side of the width of the convention hall, which is not as far as the other way, but I had already done quite a bit of hustling.
A lot for you.
Especially in my state. And I got up there, and it's hiding in a little nook in a corner, like in a really
The only reason I saw it is because I was looking on the 2nd floor, and I happened to look up and saw it. I was like, oh, there's one. And so we went up to it.
Yeah. And so I got it, and I went and got in line again, and I was like 3rd time's the charm, and she was really friendly, and she was like, yay, and she celebrated with me, and she gave me the coffee. So I think might be my work coffee mug or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to probably have it over. Once we'll have our 2 coffee couples call, and she got a souvenir. She didn't really have anything to, for the event. She, has her deck and her P-Forge deck, and no, she didn't get that there. So she didn't really have a souvenir. She didn't care for the shirts or anything. Nothing jumped out at her, but now she has a coffee cup.
I bought several shirts because there was a deal. It was on special.
Well, I bought a hoodie. That was the only thing I got.
And there's nothing I like more than T-shirts on special.
Yeah.
I sound like an old person right now.
I like a sale. I like a good sale.
I like a good sale when they're on special. I got these shirts on special.
They're normally $25. I got them for $20
my favorite
each.
shirt. I was super excited when I told you this before we went there, that I was like, if I see the shirt I'm gonna buy it. And it's a shirt that's been on the Penny Arcade website, and it's a black T-shirt, and in dark, like, gray letters, it says "Imagine a Dark T-shirt," and I love it. It's like really meta, and it's just like everything about it I enjoy.
I'm pretty sure he says it in a D&D game at one point.
Probably,
but I can't remember.
But either way, it's such a Jerry Hawkins thing, and I've said this. I don't know if I've ever said that on the show, but I've told people that I believe Jerry Hawkins is my spirit animal. Like, if there is such a thing, Jerry Hawkins is mine.
Yeah.
I just get that guy so much, and I love him. And he's such a weird dude, but I love him for it. And I love it. And so I haven't worn it yet because I've been saving it. I don't know when I'm going to wear it. But,
I got a hoodie because, I only have one jacket right now, and it's a heavy wool jacket, and it was a little too warm in the convention. I was like, I was like, well, maybe I'll buy a hoodie. I didn't care for the shirt, so I was like, maybe I'll get one of these hoodies. And I was looking at them, and I couldn't decide. And then I ended up going over to the charity, Child's Play charity booth, and they had a really nice hoodie.
Yeah.
That's really comfortable. I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah.
So you can
it's
imagine.
It's very nice. It's very soft.
I'm not usually a hoodie guy, but I think I could be one.
I think you've turned into one.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying it, and that's the only real souvenir I got this year. Besides,
I got the extra
and the Keyforge
deck, and then I got the T-shirts, of course, and I was tempted by a lot of other things.
Yeah. You got some pins too.
I did buy some Mario, the Mario Odyssey. Penny Arcade pins, which are great. It had the Chomp and some other stuff. I had no room on my lanyard for it, so I started putting them on my bag. But I finally, and I'd been talking about this for like 3 years. I was like, I need a new nice set of dice. And I keep looking at different ones, and I couldn't ever, every year at PAX, I see some, and I look at them like, oh, those are good. I never can decide to buy them. And this time, there was like a set of the ones I've been looking at online, and the only reason I hadn't bought them because I just wasn't sure if they looked, how they looked in person.
You're just going off a picture and how they feel.
The web picture. And so,
they're the Die Hard dice, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
They said your box said Die Hard.
Yeah, they are Die Hard dice, and so I bought they're like a shiny silver with black inlay, and they're really pretty. They're really made of metal. They got some weight to them, and I just broke down and bought them, and
I went and looked at them after you showed me yours. Yeah. I was like, I wouldn't mind the red set, but I have 3 sets of dice. I don't need another set.
I have a hodgepodge of dice. I'm not sure if I have a complete set of.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't think I do.
Yeah.
I have a weird mix of a bunch of different. I don't own a single set that are all the same.
I've bought many, so I have 3 that I think I use normally, and then maybe a 4th one somewhere.
I picked up odd ones here and there. My D6s all come from weird places, like places I found them in old barns and shit like that. But like, and then most of them I got like a grab bag. Like, I bought a pound of dice at one point, so I ended up with a lot of junk. But then I just picked all the ones I liked, and that made my set.
Yeah,
and I've just been using those forever. I just have never broken down and bought a set of all the same. So like, I want a good set. A match set of dice, and so I finally broke down and did it.
Yeah, I don't need more dice.
Yeah,
but so what was your favorite thing about this year's PAX?
The T-shirts on special.
Such an old man.
I don't know. I got like I enjoyed playing the new games. It was fun being there with the girlfriends who would, getting to see them doing it for the first time. I really enjoyed, and I think I really enjoyed. I don't know, just if it's not clear from what I was talking about earlier. I think I really got into just observing the experience as a whole, as opposed to just like before. I was just like, oh, I saw this game, and I saw this game, and the overall, I just loved being there. I was very happy being there, and being a part of it. And then also Tunic. Tunic looks amazing. That game needs to come out. Yeah. I need that game in my life. I need a cute Fox Dark Souls game. That's it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Whenever you buy it, I will be playing it.
Yeah.
Jess asked me that question on the way back, and I told her, I was like, yeah, probably just that you came this time and you had a good time, and it was a fun experience for both of us, and it was nice to share that with someone else. But then also, she said Clank was her favorite thing.
Clank is a lot
She really liked Clank.
I think we need to pick up a copy of Clank.
Yeah, I think she would play more.
I really enjoyed it a lot, and I'm really excited to see what the Legacy acquisition incorporated. As a big acting guy, I'm really excited by it, and so Clank was great. I really, out of all the board games, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Azul. And
watching acting makes me want to play D&D again.
I know, I'm itching. That's part of the reason I went ahead and bought the dice, because I'm just like, I'm itching to play. Yeah. I'm going to get me a new set of dice. I'll put together a campaign.
The girlfriends want to, at least Jess wants to play.
Sky's been interested since it's been brought up. We just, it's just finding the time.
We were talking on the way back home. It's like, she goes, okay, I get D&D, and she's seen, Big Bang Theory, and they have a few episodes where they have D&D, which is very basic and not accurate, but...
you know how I feel about Big Bang.
I know. So. But anyway, the Big Bang's actually funny. But anyway, I feel like our listenership might have gone down now for me saying that.
I don't want to listen to you now.
But anyway... so she's like, I don't understand how D&D is played. I'm like, and so I was kind of giving her the rundown. I was like,
you looked at her in the eyes and you said, it is the shared storytelling and the combined imagination.
No, I said the DM does stuff and you say, I want to do this, and you roll a dice. And then I told the story of me running a paranoia campaign, which is a good one. I think I've told it on the air already before. If I haven't, I'm sorry. We'll revisit that later.
I'm glad we had two very different approaches.
But she's interested.
Literally, Sky and I had a similar conversation coming home, and I asked her what was her favorite thing she enjoyed, and she said she really enjoyed watching it live. She said, it was at the time, you're sitting in a chair for 3 hours in a theater.
Which, after you've been walking around for a while, it's not bad.
Yeah, at first it's fine, but then you start, she was her hip was bothering her, so she was, it was getting a little hard.
You're both
But she
old.
said, thanks.
You're an old man with your, I want my t-shirts for $5 off.
My t-shirt's on
and
special,
her,
man.
like, my hip's going out.
Yeah, exactly. We're an old couple. But 3 hours is a long time if you're sitting there. Yeah. So she said she got kind of uncomfortable. So at the time she was like, I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm ready to go back to the hotel room. But then she said, thinking back on it, she doesn't think about that. She just thinks how fun it was and the game and how the crowd interact. And so she really enjoyed it. She said, and so she thought that was a good sign that she really enjoyed it. She didn't really think about the negative part.
Yeah.
And so she really liked it and wants to kind of treat it. And I told her, it's really fun. And I went into the shared imagination stuff.
Yeah.
And that was what we talked about, is like the idea of just, you get that many people in a room. And it happens all the time with D&D. You have 4 or 5 people, 3 to 5 people sitting around sharing a story together. And that's where I enjoy so much. But then them be able to sit there and share that imagination with 1,000 people in the room watching, and who knows how many people watching via stream.
Yeah,
is amazing. It's just a amazing experience.
Yeah, there is something to it, and the coming up with the story together as opposed to just I'm sitting here going to make this story, because the DM could just take the story, write it, and make a book or whatever. But he gets all the pieces and go, I hope the players do something fun with this.
Exactly.
And then because I was explaining that to Jess, I was like, there is a story usually. The DM usually has a direction he's trying to steer the players, but ultimately how the players get there and if they get there will be shaped by the players and their decisions.
You have an outline, but the players are filling in the detail.
Yeah.
And fleshing it out and guiding it to how it's really going to go.
Yeah, and the DM got to be ready to just roll with it. You're like, okay, this is going to be this now. Exactly. Yeah. Pun totally intended.
Yeah.
And so the best DMs will take those little details that the players input and make it a major part of the story, and it grows and shapes it, and it's wonderful.
It is. I love it. I really want to play more. And I guess I'm just going to have to put together a game.
Yeah.
So we should maybe soon we'll be doing a character building session, and
that'd be nice.
And that'll give me an idea, and will give me some idea what y'all kind of want to play, and go from there.
Yeah. I have a feeling like for Jess, I don't think diving into the rules of it will hook her. Yeah. I think I may have to be like, okay, what kind of character do you want to play? Go make it for her, and then be like, all right, here you go. Yeah, you're gonna play this.
You know, and you always, the first time you're playing, you don't want to be overwhelmed with a lot of rules. And we're not overly.
We're not sticklers.
Yeah, we're not overly sticklers for the rules. I like having the rules. It's great. They're great guidelines. But sometimes you go with what's better for the story rather than what's the strict rules.
Well, yeah, you watch the Ack Inc. Yeah, they don't always follow the rules. Yeah, the DM go, roll me a dice.
I'll allow it, and if you can sell it, they may go for it.
And the best DMs are flexible.
Yeah, they know how to they know how to kind of guide it, but also and not let them run wild with it, but also don't just cramp them down and don't let them.
Well, what I thought was interesting, and this is because they've played for so many years. Yeah. Watching that. Act Inc. is most of the roleplay time was never initiated by the DM.
Yeah,
it was always like one of them would
the players
engage one of the other players, and the players would have this whole roleplay exchange and discussion. And I look at the DM, he's just sitting there.
Yeah,
he's just like and then once they kind of played out, he's like, all right. Yeah. He would go jump in.
He's letting it run his course.
Yeah, and he's not sitting there going, "Oh, we got to go. Come on, let's get on to this bit." Exactly. He's just letting it play, and I'm like, "That's
And a lot of that is because a lot of them have been playing for a long time.
Yeah,
and
together for a long time,
and together a lot, so they know how to feed off each other, and they also just know how to build. They're all storytellers, and they know how to add to it, and they're putting on a show for the audience. So I love it. I love PAX. Yeah. It's just I look forward to it every year, and then after I'm done, I'm like, I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. I as much as I like to try to go to another one, it's gonna be. I figure now that I think about it, we maybe should just go to next year's. And that'll be 2020. We went from 15 to 2020, and then we'll start maybe changing it up.
Yeah.
We got the first 5 years.
Yeah.
And we've done the last 4. So
it's going to be really hard for me to pass up on one.
Yeah. We just need to work on budgeting and save up more money.
Yeah.
And I don't think there'll ever be enough. If I have more money, I'll just spend it on more stuff.
No.
But yeah, it's fun. If you get a chance to go. Yeah. Whichever one's closest to you, just watch it like a hawk until the tickets go on sale and buy it.
And get there, yeah.
Yeah, and get there. But yeah, it's good weekend.
It was an awesome weekend.
My butt kind of hurts from sitting in a car for a long time.
Yeah, I got out of the car and I didn't realize how stiff my knee was. I was just like, I'm such an old person right now.
It was worth it.
With my busted voice and my knees hurting. And
did play one more game while you and Sky were playing Keyforge. We were like trying to find something to play, 2 players to play, just to kill a little time. So I grabbed Push Fight. And so me and Jess could play, and I explained. I had to remind myself.
Yeah, we talked about it last year
played it
because we finally we played it last year too.
And I won't go into the rules, but it's real simple.
It's
mechanic.
a simple abstract game where you're basically trying to shove the other player's piece
off the board. It showed it to Jess. She beat me twice.
Wow.
We played 2 games. And she did not care for it. She beat
you twice, and it was like, I don't care.
Whatever. I don't think it was a challenge for her.
Wow.
So she just beat. I was like, I made well, the first one was like, okay, that was solid, and then the second one, I just made a horrible error, and I was like, yep, I screwed that up.
So what you're telling me is that she just like
she's evolved.
beating you is child play.
Yeah,
and she
beats me all the time. Playing games.
That's a good thing to qualify.
But yeah, she got a really strong beginner's luck thing where she wins like the first time I teach her something all the time.
She's a teacher and she understands systems and rules.
Yeah.
She has no trouble with it. Like I think she may be resistant to trying to learn it, but once she learns
it's one of the things
she is good.
She picks it up really quick, and then she also. The only problem with that is when she picks it up, if she picks it up wrong, like she learns a rule wrong, it's really hard to get her to change it in her head. And every time she tries to play it, she plays it wrong. Okay. So that's the part that I'm like, I've told you this. This doesn't work. And what it is for Keyforge is the artifacts.
Yes.
She always wants to play them as an action. I'm like, nope.
Sky had trouble with that as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's a common thing.
And if you're not used to playing card games and you don't understand the idea of playing something in and it being exhausted already, and those 2 states tapped or untapped, it's a bizarre thing to think about. But it's something hard.
She's getting better with it.
You play things down and it comes in exhausted, so you have to wait a turn to use it.
Yeah.
And that's weird to think about if you're not used to that kind of thing where it's like,
you're thinking,
I'm playing this, I should be using it right now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work that way. You play it down, and then if you prepare, you're planning ahead.
So it's very much a play. The other person reacts, and then you activate, and then the other person reacts. You just go back and forth.
It's a give and take. It's a perform an action, get a response, and then do a counter response. But
I'm glad she's liking it. I'm hoping we'll play more and get more decks.
I was worried because I screwed up teaching her the rules, and that maybe she didn't enjoy it, and that she wasn't going to be interested. But Sky picked up. She really liked it, and she is interested in playing more. So I'm excited. We're gonna make gamers out of them yet.
Yeah, Jess is coming on nicely.
Yes.
She's probably gonna be better than I am. Video games don't interest her at all.
What are you talking about? She's already better than you.
Well, she beats me a lot. Not talking about games. No, she's no interest in playing video games though.
Yeah,
none whatsoever. I went over. I was looking at walking around the floor one more time just to see a few other things. I looked at a game called the owl and the
rabbit.
The rabbit and the owl.
Yeah,
that's it.
I
talked to a guy there.
I picked up a card for it. I watched some other people. It's a pretty game.
Yeah, I watched it for a little bit, and the guy came over and talked to us about it. Yeah. And it's already out. It's on Steam.
Yeah.
It's apparently on sale. It's really cheap, I think. I think he said it was like $6.
Oh, wow.
So it's like 30% off. I think it's like a $10 game normally. But it's a co-op game. And I was like, well, is it only co-op, or can you do single player? And he goes, yeah, you can do single player, and you flop back and forth. And so it looks really pretty.
It is a beautiful game.
And it looks interesting. Yeah. And I was like, I turned to Jess and I was like, you want to give it a try? And the guy was like, yeah, y'all can play. And I was like, you want to try it? And she's like, nope, I don't play video games. I'm like, okay, fine. We'll start with board games. We'll see how far we'll get.
Sky enjoys video games. She likes Mario Party and she likes Smash Brothers a lot. Yeah. And but she also likes. She said she's not very good at them, and she likes watching people play. So she's a video game warrior.
You only get better by playing them.
Yeah, and so she loves watching me play Red Dead and doing stupid shit. And
I gotta get back to Red Dead.
Yes, you do.
Oh, maybe do that tomorrow.
I don't think I can talk anymore.
Yeah, I think you've
been
been barely talking for the last 40 minutes. But
so
it's an experience.
Yeah,
you definitely should do it.
Yeah, you want to close this out for us?
Yeah,
for me.
Let's see if I remember. No, that's the wrong word to start with. We go to our website.
Yes.
Deafandumb.
Spell it for them.
.com.
So they know it's an N and not an ampersand.
They know how to spell it.
Yeah, but it's D and D.
I don't know how to spell it. Oh, you even laugh like an old man. No, DEAFN.DUMB.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and on iTunes and on Facebook and all the different social medias. We're there. If you follow me on Instagram, Dudley_May,
you can follow me too.
I'll get to you. You would have seen.
I don't know what my username is.
The games we play. I usually try to snap pictures of whatever we're playing and throw it up there. Also, the random other stuff I do on there.
Yeah.
And then Daniel is on there too. Verus_Vox.
Yes,
that's VERUS_VOX.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't do his name. His name is too common.
Well, I mean, I use my handle.
Yeah. So yeah, like and subscribe us and tell us what you think. If you went to PAX, we'd like to hear from you. What did you play?
Yeah, what did you play? What did you enjoy?
Yeah.
Did you disagree with us on something?
We may have to talk to Gary. I know he played a bunch of stuff. I'd like to get his input on some stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll maybe talk more about it next week. But for now, thank you for listening. You want to do the last part now?
Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.